Hello. Welcome to Loclicious Live. I'm Kathy, CEO and owner of Loclicious, an all natural product line for locked and loose natural crowns. And today I am packing a few orders in my home office and decided to go live because I just been having a really rough time trying to do videos. So I said, why not do this while live while I'm trying to prepare products for shipment. Just wanted to have a little live talk. So hopefully I was gonna say hopefully my furnace didn't come on, but it said yes, I'm going to come on. The heat is gonna come on because it's actually pretty cold where we live. We live in the Northeast, and so it's pretty cold. Um, so, but I wanted to come live to see how the live functionality work for small businesses. As you can see, I'm packing our Batana oil. We have the Batana white and Batana brown, and so we get a lot of orders. Actually, for both. Some people love the Batana white because it has no smell at all, and also, it's the color is white, and versus the brown Batana, it does have a stronger smell. And the reason why people would prefer the white over the brown, especially if you have gray hair and it's easily, color easily transfer over to it. You may not want the darker color. You may want the lighter color, but people like the lighter color because this is what has really been pushed out. The difference between the two is the extraction process. So the white Batana oil is obtained via a cold press extraction process. So basically, like how you would get oil from olive oil, you basically would extract the oil out of the olive by pressing it down. That's how um, the white Batana oil is obtained. The brown Batana oil actually goes through 2 rounds of roasting. So roasting when they get the whole shell, the batana in the shell. It gets roasted when they harvest those batana seeds or whole batana kernels, and they roast it and then they kind of smash it up. And then after they smash it up, they separate it, clean it out, take the seeds out, and then they roast it again. And then they're able to kind of mash it down like a paste, and then from there they can start now to process it into what you see in this brown batana. And so the batana oil has been doing phenomenal for my business. My other products are doing well. My rose water is actually my top seller still, even though I'm doing quite well with the batana oil. Um, my rose water is the flagship, is the you know um, leading product for the Loclicious product line. So I still majority of my sales come from that on all channels. As you know, I sell on Amazon. I also sell on my website. Um, I do prefer people purchase from my website than on Amazon because Amazon takes a lot. It's like a business. I'm not even going to talk bad about it because it's a business. And, just like, they have to make a profit. And so they make their profit from, us business owners who use that platform, right? Who use the Amazon platform. That's exactly how they make their business is, we basically, put our products for sale on Amazon, and they, you know, we have to pay the premium to be on their website. So that's something to, consider if you ever wanted to do Amazon. And even do Amazon, that's like a science in itself, right? It's a science in itself to do Amazon. It's not a very easy process. You definitely gonna have to take a course or something to teach you how to do sell your product. Because even to get in a category to even sell hair care products, that's the process in itself. So let me know. I can provide that service for anybody who's looking to get into um, the beauty category, um, I can offer that service to you where I can basically coach you through that. So just reach out to me. I can coach you through how to get into these particular categories, how I was able to do it. And yeah, so as I stated, I'm cracking some orders. I usually have some help here, but since I don't have too many to do today, because majority of the orders come in over the weekend. That's where, so usually on Sunday, so Sunday and Monday is going to be usually my uh, busiest days in here because all the orders are coming in over the weekend. And then in addition to I make a couple hundred rose waters that go out to Amazon. So that's why it's typically very busy on those days. The other days are not so busy, so which is why we're able to ship out pretty much every 1 or 2 days. We're able to ship out because our heaviest times, and I guess that's when people really do their shopping is on the weekend. So it really starts to ramp up. I would say Thursday going into Friday, and yeah, that's kind of how it works out. So this is my first live. I have never done a live before. Um, I don't know if it's even beneficial. So I'll have it up for a little bit. And if it's not beneficial, I'm going to take it out. That's what I do. I put it up, take it out. So, yeah. So otherwise, I've been in this business, I want to say since the end of the summer of 2020. The idea came into my mind in 2019. At the end of 2019, it came into my mind to do because I had been already created my own products. And then obviously, so many businesses were birthed during that COVID process. And so my business was one of those businesses that was birthed during that process. So, yeah, I just continued it and was able to grow it. Now, I don't want to give people the idea because prior to that, have a 20 plus year career in IT. I'm actually a certified project manager. Um, but I had worked for, companies for many years. And then I think in 2015, I decided I wanted to basically do this for myself. Meaning, when I say do this for myself, meaning I wanted to basically work for myself, but do project management for my own company. And so that's what I did. I set out to do that. And so from 2015, I would say to 20, no, was it 2015? Yeah, it was 2015. So from 2015 to about 2018 or 2019, I was doing that on my own. And so what that means is like, it means that you're not a W-2 employee. So you're not an actual employee, but I'm a contractor. So they would contract my business. I wasn't a 1099. I was an established S corporation, and they would um, contract with my company for my project management services. And so like I said, I did that from 2015 to 2018. And then after that, so the contract vehicle that I was on, it ended. And so, I had, my thinking was like, okay, I wanted to, because at that time I started to dibble and dabble in selling products on Amazon. And so I wanted to see how that would work. And so I just sold other, kind of odd products on Amazon. And I realized that I understood the process of how to sell on Amazon. And so I did that for a little bit of time. Excuse me, I'm printing out some labels. So I did that for a bit of time and I enjoyed it. But it, while it was profitable, the thing with Amazon is that if your business is just on Amazon, you're in trouble because all it takes is for someone to open up a complaint against you saying that you did something to them or you did something to their business, and Amazon will shut you down. Okay, they will completely shut you down. And so that's what happened. That's what happened to me. Is somebody basically opened up a bogus claim on me saying that I infringed on um, their brand, which was a lie, and it shut my Amazon business down for about 6 months. So 6 months I had to fight. All my life I had to fight. No, but in all seriousness, for 6 months, I had to deal with um, trying to, basically trying to get my account out of the suspension mode because this person pretty much just lied. I mean, yeah, it was crazy. So that told me right there that I need to be in a position where I'm no longer dependent on Amazon to, um, I'm not dependent on Amazon, just Amazon orders. And so, and that's what I decided to do. Um, so they unbanned my account and I was able to sell my remaining inventory. And mind you, I'm trying to see, I got an order from Dubai and I need to print out I think I skipped the page to print out the customs form. That's what I'm trying to figure out. Here we are. Yeah. So, um, and when you just have your business on Amazon, you kind of box yourself in. You really box yourself in. So that taught me a lot. So I was able to, get my account reinstated 6 months later. And so in that 6 month time period, I had to figure out other things to do. And so I think in that time I went back and started to do some contract work again, under my, corporation, and, was able to do, get some contract vehicles going that way. But it taught me a lot about operating, with Amazon and the to-dos and what not to do. So after that period of time, so that was in 2019, I believe. And so at the end of 2019, that's when I said, okay, what I want to do, I want to create my own product line. And the reason why I wanted my own product line is because I knew that if I had my own website, Amazon, even if I do sell on Amazon, they can never shut me down. They can't shut down my website. No, they can't. So I said, that's what I'm going to do. I'm looking for my tape. The tape that I like to use. I can't find it. But I said, I'm going to create my own website and sell my products there. And I was in the beginning, I was very reluctant to even share or sell on Amazon. I was very reluctant because the experience that I had with selling other products. I was very, very reluctant to sell on Amazon. Very reluctant. But I decided, okay, it was difficult getting customers in the beginning because I wanted to be faceless. And what that means, faceless, is basically you sell, but you're not the face of your brand. And so that's what I really didn't want to put my face out there for whatever reason. I can't, honestly, it might have to do with more of what people thought, not necessarily, hey, Marquita, thank you for joining. Marquita, hopefully I said your name correctly. I apologize if I didn't. But what I'm talking about is, when I started my brand, I was wanting it to be a faceless brand, but then I quickly realized that that's expensive. Honestly, to be a faceless brand is very, very expensive because you're paying other people to create content for you. And so after a while, I was like, I can't sustain that. That's like a model I cannot sustain. I cannot sustain paying influencers forever. So I next went inside, decided that I was going to be the face of my business. And so I started, creating an Instagram account and promoting my business myself. Thank you. I'm glad I got it correctly. But I started, to promote my business myself on Instagram. And it was slow. And then it started to grow. But then I, decided that I wanted to. So I had also previously learned Facebook ads. And so I started to do a little bit of Facebook ads. And for a time it worked. And then my Facebook ads account got blocked because of just craziness, especially if you don't have two-step authentication on stuff. People, these scammers have a tendency to get into your account and really ruin your reputation with Facebook. So I really had to grow the business on Instagram for a period of time. before I could really start to see results and sales. And so that's what I did. Just grew my business on Instagram, and it worked. But then later on, I was able to, regain my account and my Facebook ads account, and now I'm able to run ads, which has been, fantastic. And I've actually seen, 2x the growth with orders just by running Facebook ads. So I think anybody who is doing business, you definitely want to learn Facebook ads, because I wouldn't say pay anybody for it, to be honest with you, because by the time you pay somebody for Facebook ads, and likely you're going to have an offer meaning not just a discount, but just something that really makes somebody want to click and buy. And so at the end of all of that, you probably are going to be in the negative. So what I had decided to do is that I wasn't going to pay anybody to run my Facebook ads. I was going to do it myself. And I had previously learned it just when it was a new thing out there. I just learned Facebook ads. So while I'm not the best at it, I know how to get results from it. So I just, nowadays, I might, throw up an ad and let it sit for a couple months. But I just recently learned that, ad fatigue is a real thing. Basically, when your customers are seeing ads over and over again, you need to work on, changing your ad up. So that's what is on my plate to do. Maybe in the next couple of days is get a new Facebook ad on, because it has really transformed my business. You can't. And what's great is that I don't have to sit there and create a bunch of content. That's the beauty of it, because, I would just stress about, okay, what content to, produce or create for Instagram. It was just so difficult to figure out. And some stuff would hit, some wouldn't, some you barely get a few views, some you get 1,000. I've had some stuff that, went viral, but did get any orders from it. So it's just, to gauge that sometimes is very, very difficult. So I, just decided that I just didn't want to go that path where I was just always creating content. So I decided that I'm going to, Facebook ad has been a great investment for my business, a phenomenal investment for my business, because I don't have to sit there. It gives me anxiety to have to create a bunch of content. And at the end of the day, you still have to do this, pack orders, right? At the end of the day, you still have to make products. You still have to do all this stuff at the end of the day. So I'm like, how is that helping me? Like, how's that helping me? See, I'm doing orders today. So I'm like, how's that helping me? If I'm not getting sales from it like that, if I'm not seeing, these sales come through, how's it helping me? How? So right now I'm running ads. You might see an ad or two on oh, thank you, Deidre. Hopefully I said that correctly. I don't have, I need reading glasses, so I can't really see. Thank you. I appreciate that. Thank you so much. Definitely appreciate that. So yeah, that's the kind of my story. Excuse me as I grab some product to load in these bags. So yeah, so if you have a business and you are thinking about getting into, business, whatever business it is, just know you have a budget for marketing, whether you're going to start. But I do think that starting with influencers, so I did work with some really good influencers in the beginning, and that helped to launch it and propel it. And then, it just wasn't sustainable. It wasn't sustainable to keep paying influencers, because sometimes I would pay an influencer $800, right? And it would yield great results, right? Then other times I would pay an influencer, the same amount or less, and it didn't. I think one time I paid somebody almost close to 1,000, and I didn't get, and it's partly my fault, because her brand was mainly a cosmetic, like a makeup. Her Instagram was primarily makeups, doing like, she's a makeup artist, but she also had locks. But she had a large following. And so I was thinking, hey, I'm going to leverage her following to help sell my lock products. And I probably paid her like $1,000 or something like that. I paid her a lot. And I didn't get a single order from that. So it taught me, and it wasn't her fault. Absolutely was not her fault. It's my fault because I should have known that her audience wasn't my audience, right? Just because she had locks, that wasn't my audience. Her audience were people who were interested in makeup. And so I think that's what, when you are getting into using these influencers, you got to make sure that, the people that you are using to influence for you, that you have the same audience that they are using. So, but I had quite a few who did great. I think earlier on I used Keisha Charmaine. She did my lock tool. I have this lock tool. She did it long time ago, and it was, I think she, it was pretty expensive. During that time it was pretty expensive, and it did well. Like it did well. It was well worth whatever she put into that video. It really, really worked, and I got a lot of sales as a result of that. But like I said, it's the name of the game when you're talking about influencers. Sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. So, but I realized that you just have to be the face of the company. I think that, I'm glad it grew your hair faster. Wow, that's so awesome. Please send me pictures. I'd like to send me pictures. If you have me on Instagram, definitely send it to me, or on Facebook. I'd love to see it and have that as a testimonial of before and after. Because a lot of times people are using it and you don't really know how it's going for them. Now I do get a lot of reviews on our website concerning it, but it would be just great to have pictures that talk about how it grew their hair. I am, doing these orders, but honestly, and another thing, I don't really get on live because I don't know if many of you like me, I'm a very linear thinker and I don't multitask well. So I don't want to mess up nobody's order. Like I'm very linear in my thought. I'm not a good multitasker at all. So that's why, like, trying to get behind it, like, 'cause that's the thing. People want these behind the scenes things, but I'm like, I realize that I'm just not I just I just can't focus. Yes, that's a good word. I can't focus. But yeah, going back to just business in general. So being I think it's difficult to be the face. I think it's difficult to have a company and not be the face of it. I think it's very difficult unless your pockets are long. Sorry for all the noise. Unless your pockets are long and you can afford to, pay people to do the influencing for you, I think you're going to run into an issue where it's going to be unable to sustain it, right? It's not going to be sustainable. So, but yes, we just got a lot of Batana Oil. That's some of the boxes here from Honduras. And so it's so funny. One of the videos that I had on Batana Oil, somebody was like, "Hey, can you give me your contact?" It's like, probably not. Probably not. I can sell it to you, but I can't give you my contact. But yeah, Batana Oil is really good for your hair. And what's great about it is that you don't need a whole lot. A little really goes a long way. Yeah. So I've been at this, like I said, since summer of 2020 and have not looked back since then. I'm definitely growing in this. I'm learning a lot along the way because there's so much to learn in this business. It really is. It's just a lot. But you just got to keep pressing forward. Sometimes you do have challenges. And you just got to still keep moving forward. Another thing is that, never be discouraged about, because you might see other people whose businesses are blowing up online. And my thing is that I just let that fuel me to do better, but don't get sometimes, because I know people can get discouraged when it seems like the things that they're working towards It's just not coming together. And as they're seeing other people's business flourish. And I'm just saying, don't get stuck on that. Don't get stuck on, why is this person's business doing good and mine isn't? But just focus on, what you're doing. And I think having businesses in 2025 and beyond is going to be extremely important because, the economy is going. And I know sometimes people are like, well, then it's if we're a consumer economy and the economy is not doing great. Well, when people stop buying, they're going to stop buying, this kind of, let's say hair stuff or personal care stuff. And I argue that that's not the case, that people will probably stop going to service providers and start doing their own hair and start doing things for themselves. So if you have a product that can help them to, do things for themselves, I think you'd be in a good position. So I'm not concerned about any of that. So yeah, so I'm gonna start maybe every so often coming on live. Actually, this wasn't as scary as I thought it was. I thought it was gonna be scary, but it's not that scary to do a live. Sorry, that's my husband and kids upstairs. I don't know what they're doing. And my dogs. So got a full house over here. That's another thing. What I love about this business, we homeschool our children. So our children are homeschooled. So good afternoon, Sharita. Thanks for joining us. So we homeschool, and this is giving me that freedom to do that. Because when I was working, now granted, I had been working home in my corporate position since 2015. So before working from home was a thing, I was working from home. I was working from home. So, but it's another thing to be here, but not really here. So this, I feel like, because my majority of my work time is going to be on Sundays and Mondays. And so, but the rest of the time, I'm able to really still spend time with my family and not feel stressed out. Oh, you say, you got your hair braided after he took it down? Yes, you send me. Yes, please send me the before and after. Oh, thank you. Thank you. I would appreciate that help. Like I said, usually my husband is down here, but these are not too many for me today. But I haven't. So today I'm packing, like I said, a combination of Batana oil, rose water, and then we have also, I don't know if I have any Loc'd girls or gents on my page right now, but we have we launched our new rosemary mint and lemongrass citrus hydration mist. I'm going to do a video on that soon so people understand what that is. I'll do a video on that soon. But yeah, so what was I talking about? Being able to homeschool and having more time. I appreciate that because I used to work as an IT project manager for several companies. I was a consultant for several companies, and that work is stressful. I'm not even gonna hold you; it's stressful. And I still hold my PMP license. I still, make sure I get it update. Take the classes and be updated with it. But I can't really see myself going back unless, like I said, unless something happens and I just have to. I can't see myself. Did you come to help? Yeah, you can help me out. Thank you. My husband came to help me, so appreciate all the help I can get. This is the brown. There you go. So yeah, so that's kind of the situation here. Just packing orders, but I'm gonna try. Once I hit 30 minutes, I'm going to get off for the day. I'm like, I did it. So yeah, quite a bit of orders. So I thank YouTube because I'm getting majority of my Batana oil from YouTube. I don't promote it really anywhere else except for on YouTube. I was initially going to try to do TikTok shop. I do actually have a TikTok shop, but it's just so it's a lot. I feel like it's a lot lot to kind of get ramped up on TikTok because it requires you to post a lot. A lot of these social media, channels really require you. These platforms really require you to have to post a lot. And again, as an owner operator, that's just difficult. That's just difficult. I don't see. When I see owner operators doing it, I wonder, are they really operating their business? Because it just becomes very difficult to do. So, yep. So that's why I do not. I had decided I can't focus my time on that because I have so many other things that I'm doing. But TikTok could probably work. Honestly, TikTok could probably work, but again, I just find it's a little stressful for me to produce content. I find it stressful. Scissors. And so, and we wrap our Batana in this bubble wrap, and then we also wrap it again with this because our jars are glass, and so we don't want to it to be damaged in transit. And we do it in glass. We pack in glass because it preserves the integrity of the Batana oil, so that you get the maximum benefit out of the Batana oil. So anyway, I think I reached my time. Thank you so much for joining. I don't know when I'll be back again on this platform like this, but this is my first one. So I thank you all for joining, and we will talk soon. Comment below if you want more of this content where I'm just in this workspace, and I'll definitely see if I can do that. All right. Thank you for joining.